Welcome everyone. I'm so excited for this new moon in Taurus card reading. This is all about anchoring the new earth. It's not a typical new moon, that's for sure. This is an anchor point. So while that old world scrambles, and I know most of you have been having some cataclysmic change and maybe noticing tech glitching, yeah, that's happening, but this new moon, it's about grounding new light codes into your physical life. These are seeds that you are planting in new earth timelines. Okay, so I have to tell you the story about this card. This makes me really happy because I got this new camera equipment and I tried to do a full moon card reading with it, and it was amazing, but I recorded it in Zoom. It was blurry. I had to go through all these hoops to then get an SD card. Doesn't matter. But I had done that full moon reading 3 separate times, and this card came out each time. I wanted to use this Lunarian deck for the reading. So the fact that this awakened awareness is coming through for you is profound. There's this this is to me like, this is like the flower, right? Like this feels like the crown chakra energy. And even though we think of like the third eye in the center of the mind, it's like your psychic sight, your intuition is becoming so powerful. It's like you're not only seeing from the third eye, but you're able to see through your crown chakra up into the multiverse, up through the central sun, up into the primordial source field. You have this power, you have this potential. Part of my path is to help you understand that and know that it's your divine birthright, and to help you open, awaken, and teach you how. Many of you are already part of my groups and things. I am now, as of this video, doing a monthly free light code activation as well as multiple Zoom workshops per month. I highly recommend jumping on board those. They are always recorded and sent to you if you can't make the exact time. I also am working on a new human course, and I have an already existing channeling course if you want this. If you want to see through all the static and the distortion, if you want clarity in your vision, if you want to release any potential 3D inverse shadow matrix viruses that may be running in your field, I would love to connect with you more. I also have Substack, YouTube, New Earth Collective, Facebook group. You might know about all these, but again, jump on board because I am powering up everything that we're offering so that you can fully open and expand. All right, so that is an amazing start to our reading. I absolutely love it. I have 5 decks for you today. And yeah, still talking about this new moon. I mean, this is a time to go inward. We are literally having frequency resets. This is an ultimate time to look at your physical security, not just out of fear, but as a sovereign act. Having just a few days of food and water on hand, like these sacred reserves. Again, nothing to be afraid of. No worries about long-term blackouts, but just having your basic needs met. A little bit of preparedness is essential. We do that anyway down here in the Keys because sometimes we have hurricanes, so I know all about it. And yeah, we're getting into this time where we are having what I like to call a vibrational eviction. And this 2 of Wands, look how cosmic that is. It's like this, even though it's the same being, the same woman on each side, I'm feeling this divine masculine, divine feminine energy reuniting. This almost looks like a little bit of Mars energy, so it's kind of telling me, you know, there's some deep structural work that we are all doing in our own fields. But look at that sun on the horizon, right? Does that look like a sunset to you or a sunrise? That's up to you to decide. But you could think of the wands as kind of like waving a magic wand over your life. And this 5 of Wands is basically halfway through the numbered Wands of this suit. And so it's kind of like, hey, you're halfway there. And really, we've already arrived, right? But as far as like what you're currently cleansing, as it applies to this new moon, what you're releasing, the static, any old outdated thoughts and beliefs, it's kind of like you're halfway there. So again, you might be feeling a lot of uncomfortable change, and that's okay. It's saying stay the course, right? Like shine your light, reach for the light, be the light, and all of those things, because this awakened awareness is the like center point. This is the focus of our reading, and everything else is going to basically be built around this. And also nervous system sovereignty is coming online for us with this Taurus new moon. You can ask yourself, what's grounding me in my physical sanctuary right now? Right? Like, what am I ready to disconnect from that has felt noisy or like static in my life? Right? What do my guides want me to know about this time? Knight of Cups. What a beautiful card. So Cups is about emotions, and that, as you can tell, is looking very phallic-like, phallic and yoni, and it's just interesting that it really has similar colors. I know this deck pretty well by now, and I'm seeing synchronicity in the colors. And so we're getting some also root chakra energy happening here, sacral chakra energy. You might notice these feminine forms with these literal palm trees growing out of their heart. The heart chakra is usually associated with the color of pink and green, green meaning life. And she literally has trees blooming out of her heart. So, you know, this has a lot of sexuality written into this card, and I'm at a time in my life where that with another is not present. So I think that this is coming through for all of us. And how can you connect more deeply with your sensuality, your sacred sexual energy alone, and how you relate to your own energy, your own divine creation? You are whole, you are complete, exactly as you are. So perhaps where have you not been nurturing this aspect of yourself? Because I also see this bird, if you will. It's like rising and taking flight. It's moving through darkness, through shame, through guilt, through fear of expressing truly how we want to be held, seen in the arms and eyes of a lover. So if this has been a repressed part of your life and it's calling to you, bring this in. Or it's an invitation to bring this in, and look at these colors. So it's like, this to me is very cosmic. There's a little bit of like box-like energy. This is very grounded, earth kind of energy, but these are the things that bring you into this awakened awareness, right? We want to embrace all parts of ourselves. We're living in a culture that there are literally these third-dimensional shadow frequencies that feed on shame and guilt, especially around sexuality. Sexuality is divine union with the Creator, with God, and it's important to literally bring all of ourselves online to become fully embodied, fully awake, fully expressed in our highest timelines and most truest forms. All right, Taurus new moon. Take a deep breath. Okay, diamond dimension, beautiful, Christ light, crystal consciousness, divine love. Now, if you notice, this is looking very similar to this shape. This one isn't looking quite as phallic. However, think of these as crystalline temples that are conductors of energy and of light. Like, this is a time when we're literally waking up, anchoring light codes. Like, this is also an expression of you being firmly rooted as a pillar, as a crystalline lighthouse that is literally downloading and anchoring light codes into the earth. I just happen to have this diamond activation coming up in May. So if you watch this, you might want to jump on board. It's my monthly free light code activation, which I mentioned at the beginning of this reading. And this stuff is synchronistic. And we all know that a diamond is forged after moving through great pressure. And this is your life, right? Like literally coal being turned into a diamond. We're all going through that. We're all in the pressure cooker. We're all being tried and tested, if you will. Many of us have strange, auspicious things happening, and so you're being asked to anchor the light. I am, again, Christ light, sacred purity, divine peace. Okay, so you all know as well as I do, you cannot make this kind of stuff up. The fact that the words Christ light came through 2 times in a row, back to back, balancing this reading, your Christ consciousness codes are activating as well. So, you know, people who are religious sometimes think that like Christ is returning as a man, but that's not true. Christ is embodied in those of us who are awakened to his energy, to the Christ consciousness light codes that we're carrying in our bodies. So this is activating through you as well. He's not coming back as one man, he's coming back as many, and he's already here. Healing waters. Wow, how beautiful is that? Hopefully you're enjoying some warmer temperatures, even if you have to be brave to get in water outdoors, whether it's just putting your feet in a creek, a stream, a lake, a river, a pond, or an ocean. You've got to get into the water. You can even take a bath and put some Epsom salts in there, but this is the best way to release what you're holding, especially if you've been having any kind of anxiousness at all in your life. Release it to the water, release it to Pachamama. Water is definitely an energy of flow, as we know, and so powerful for releasing what does not need to remain in our field. All right, what else do we need from this watery deck? I think it's called Ocean Dreams. Let your belly round out as you breathe. Lunar Waters. I love this. As you might already know, in a lot of card decks, it's hard to put a new moon because the whole thing being black is challenging. So a lot of times there's these sliver of moons that are representing the new moon. And this Lunar Waters card is, again, reminding you to release, to connect with the moon, to connect with the energy of the moon, and to release into those lunar waters. Hand it over to Pachamama. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but it sure can be transformed. Even getting yourself a vessel of water, like a basin or a small bowl that's special to you, and putting a crystal in it, a cleansed crystal, and like blessing and intentionalizing the water, and then anointing yourself with the water, even maybe a couple drops of essential oils in that water, and again, breathe into the water, bless the water, intentionalize the water, because water carries a memory. It holds information. And then anoint yourself, maybe to your third eye, maybe to your heart, maybe to all of your chakra centers, or even a place that you feel might need healing on or in your body. Okay. What else for this Taurus new moon? Oh, that was powerful. Life force. Oh, I love that. How beautiful. Look at that spiral in and around the heart. Life force energy. And there's that snake there, which is also sensual, sacred, sex sexual, in a sense, is that snake-like kundalini energy rising from the base of the spine up through the chakras and that spiral around the heart, and the heart chakra igniting. This is powerful. So I'm just getting more messages about the importance of water, the importance of breath work, the importance of jumping on those Zoom activations and workshops that I'm offering. It can be with others, right? Like, who do you resonate with? Get involved, get grounded, and you just really want to make sure you're taking full advantage of this time. We have solar flares intensifying, and for people like you and I, those solar flares are activating our crystalline bodies, and that's why things are falling away from our life and seeming a bit chaotic. But for the shadow networks, it's literally taking things out. And I love that this card has come through for you, Chamber of Protection, because a lot of people are carrying fear during this time, and that's okay. It's hard not to when we think, oh, maybe our basic needs are being jeopardized or are in jeopardy. That's not true. And just to remember, the shadow networks will try to feed you these fear narratives as their networks very literally go down and we are activating. They are going to try to convince you that you need them, that you need to rely on them, and this is not true. If anything happens, it's going to be a very, very short time. So you are protected. I love this bee that's at her heart. This is a great time to get into bee pollen, get into honey. We're moving through spring into summer, and the energy of honey is very powerful, carrying a lot of cosmic information. So I do invite you to get involved with that. Okay, we've got two more cards that want to come through. And thank you for bearing with me. This is all new for me, so if I seem a little slow in getting the the clarity for you, that's part of it. I'm going to choose one more from this tarot deck that I love, and then one more from the Egyptian deck to finish up this new moon reading. Okay, 7 of Swords. So the Swords is the energy of the mind, a lot of thinking, and you'll see that there's one open eye, but to me that eye looks slightly panicked, and the other eyes are looking slightly fatigued. This to me is representing the 7 chakras in the body. Remember, we actually have about 13 in our field, including the Earth Star chakra, 6 to 12 inches below our feet, the Soul Star chakra, 6 to 12 inches above our head, and then an additional set of chakras up above that connect us to other things etheric. So this to me is coming through after what we just talked about, which is the energy of what we don't want to be allowing in the field, right? Don't let this happen to you. You are here. This is your birthright. It's who you are. You just need to remember. You just need to breathe. I'm actually going to tuck this one under, not because it's negative, nothing is negative, but this is just a reminder of releasing what you don't need. It's kind of why it's down here. It's kind of like weeds and roots that you're still working through, that you're still plucking and pulling out of your life, because everything is a process. Healing is not linear. It's not a straight line. It is a spiral, and that spiral is also a cone as you repeat lessons. All right, one final card, deep breath for a blessing on this new moon in Taurus. Siwa Oasis. It'll take just a second. There we go. Siwa Oasis. Look at that eye of Horus in the background. So here we have more water energy. As you know, there's not a lot of water in Egypt, but here we are. Sacred waters, divine rebirth, and eternal spring. I like that this has come through in the spring as well, even though it's talking about eternal spring as in a well of spring-like energy within you. It's telling you that you have infinite reserves. It's reminding you to tune in and tap into this wellspring of eternal energy that you are embodying within you. And you can literally do this in meditation. You can imagine your body and you can go down into your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is that center of sensuality, of sexuality, of creativity, and it's located just between the pubic bone and the belly button. It's usually associated with the color of orange and the element of water. So lay on your bed, do some breath work, maybe place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart, and imagine going to your sacral chakra. Visualize it spinning, radiating, expanding outward in all directions. Feel this chamber of protection around you. Feel this life force energy literally radiating out of you like a starburst. Here too, feel those Christ and Sophianic light codes igniting and illuminating all 37.2 trillion cells in your body. Get in the water after, cleanse, bathe, breathe, create sacred water, anoint yourself, bless your home, bless your animals if they don't mind a damp finger on their third eye, right? Like, let your life be a ceremony. Let your life be a sacred ritual. And remember, you always have this internal spring, this eternal life within you. You have these codes. It's time to bring them online. The more bright you shine, the more everyone in your field benefits. This is who you are. We're wiping away any dust off our lenses, off our inner sight. And you are rising, my beautiful friend. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your beauty, your presence, your grace. We still have one room left on our Egypt retreat that can be shared or private. We have rooms available for our Bali retreat, myself and Sarah Breskman Cosme. These retreats are September and October, more coming. We have Glastonbury in the works, Mount Shasta, and others. I'd love to see you in a course or on Zoom, or I'd love to do a private session or soul reading for you. Have a blessed and wonderful day. I hope this new moon is one of the most magical, most divine, most introspective and cocoon-like moons you've had. That Taurus energy is deep, deep earth.